Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Kanaris. I'm a social scientist, coach, and the director of all things social impact. For more than 20 years, I've helped organizations understand how their projects affect real people and real communities, not just on paper, but in the real world, where decisions have consequences. Today, I want to talk about something close to my heart: how to master a social impact assessment and why practical, grounded social impact assessment matters more now than ever. Let's unpack why social impact assessment needs a real world approach. When I first started in this field, I often felt caught between two worlds: the academic theory I learned at university and the messy, complex realities of communities, tight timeframes, and difficult decisions. If you've ever tried to apply a textbook method to a live project, you'll know exactly what I mean. That's why I wrote a practical guide to social impact assessment for the real world, to bridge that gap, to give practitioners, planners, organizations a clear step-by-step way to deliver social impact assessments that are credible, human-centered, and useful for decision makers. And the truth is, good social impact assessment is not about the document, it's about the process. My mission has always been simple: help people and organizations create positive social change by understanding the real impacts of the decisions they make. And my vision is a world where communities are heard early, benefits and risks are understood clearly, and social considerations sit alongside environmental and economic ones in every major decision. Social impact assessment is not just another tick box. It's a tool for fairness, transparency, and better planning. So what does real world social impact assessment look like? Let me give you a few examples from my work. I've led more than 40 social impact assessments across renewable energy, major infrastructure and resource projects in Australia, Indonesia, and the United Kingdom. Projects like large-scale solar farms in central Queensland, wind energy hubs in regional communities, pumped hydro proposals with significant workforce impacts, and mining expansions where social conditions were changing rapidly. In each of these projects, the same truth kept emerging: communities know what the impacts are. They just need someone to listen, interpret, and translate those insights into planning language. When social impact assessment is done well, it lifts the quality of decisions, reduces conflict, improves trust, and shows regulators that impacts have been properly understood and managed. That principle also guided the Queensland Social Impact Assessment Guideline, published by the Office of the Coordinator General in 2018, which I authored. Let's explore the practical methods that work every time. There are 5 essential steps to teach in my methodology. 1, understand the context first. And before you even start the assessment, you need to know who the community is, what matters to them, and what pressures they're already facing, like cost of living, housing stress, limited local services, or changing employment conditions. Step 2, build a strong social baseline. A social baseline is your foundation. It includes data, stories, evidence, and lived experience. Without it, you are guessing, and guessing is not an assessment. Step 3, identify the real impacts, direct and indirect. It's not only what the project does directly, such as workforce demand or land access, it's the ripple effects: increase in rental costs, changes to community cohesion, pressure on local services, and opportunities for local employment or procurement. And step 4, plan for management, not perfection. An impact management plan must be realistic. It's about continuous improvement, monitoring and adapting as things change, not predicting the future with absolute certainty. And number 5, communicate clearly. If communities, regulators, and decision makers can't understand your assessment, it doesn't matter how technically perfect it is. Clarity builds trust. You can find more detail in my book, A Practical Guide to Social Impact Assessment for the Real World, and why this matters for your work. If you're new to social impact assessment or looking to build your or your team's capability, here's the good news. Social impact assessment is a skill you can learn and master with the right tools, guidance, and support. You don't need to be a sociologist or have decades of experience. I've trained people from environmental planning, engineering, public health, community development, project management, and business and human resources. If you can ask good questions and care about people, you can learn social impact assessment. To support practitioners, I've developed a subscription-based learning site that is available now. It includes short, practical videos, guidance documents, checklists, templates, real case studies, and a community of practice where we learn from each other. The site is designed so that anyone, whether you're early in your career or pivoting into social impact assessment, you can build real capability and confidence. And it complements my book, which gives you the step-by-step method you can apply on any project in any sector. And if you want to master social impact assessment, remember this: start with people, stay practical, use evidence, and never forget that every project affects someone's life. Good social impact assessment helps us plan better, decide better, and ultimately build communities that thrive. I hope this helps you on your own journey in social impact. If you found this useful, like, share, hit subscribe, and join me as we keep breaking down real world practice, one video at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.